Well, very, very pleased because we've had some strange practices that we've really had to ride them hard, and we've battled a little bit of injury with Cam early and Phillip for the entire practice season so far. So we've been out of rhythm a little bit, but I just haven't liked our focus and concentration throughout the entire practice, and that's been a little frustrating. And so whether it was tired of beating on each other, we've been very physical in practice. We're a strong physical team, I think, so maybe we needed to play against somebody else. And I thought our guys really responded in a lot of ways. This was a good basketball team. Coach Paddock does a great job, makes me extremely proud. His team works extremely hard, really good defensive pressure. They put a lot of pressure on dribble drive defense at the other end. So really good team for us to play, and hopefully they've had a good experience here in Albuquerque for the last 3 days. But all in all, very pleased with how our guys played.
Steve, obviously you're going to have some kinks after you play these, and I thought the first 15 minutes, some air balls, errant passes, and things like that. The kids played hard.
Yeah, and that's been something we've played hard in practice. We just haven't always been as smart and as tough-minded as I want. And I thought even through a poor shooting first half, we were able to score in the 40s. We started shooting the ball better in the second half, and I think we scored probably close to 50 in the second half. So both halves offensively, even in one with shooting the ball well, not shooting the ball, we got to the line a lot, which, our teams that have always had success make more foul shots than the opponent shoots, and I think tonight that happened. So it tells me how aggressive we were offensively. We know we're going to have some guys that that's the first time they get a play on the floor, and for a lot of them, and shots are not maybe going to go in. But if they're really working hard and doing the things we want them to do, that's positives.
Tony, we've talked a lot about you expect a lot out of him this year.
Yeah, we made comments as a coaching staff. You got Emmanuel, Alex Kirk, Philip McDonald, and Chad Adams sitting in street clothes. That's 4 pretty good players that are supposed to be out there. So, we get Philip back. I think that'll increase our depth at the backcourt to where we can do some of the things that we want to do. Our trapping was good. We're getting back to where we want to trap some ball screens, and we threw some presses out, and I thought that was really good. We forced 22 turnovers. We haven't done that in a while. So if we can get active like that, our 2 forwards in particular, and AJ and Drew, are big forwards that like to get out and run. And I thought to increase the pressure, that helps those 2 get out and run. And then I thought Cam really did a lot of good things of just chewing up a lot of space and being strong inside.
Tony specifically,
Well, Tony can shoot it, and the thing I liked is Tony turned the ball over the first play of the game. Last year he does that. He's trying to find a rock to hide under for the next 2 minutes, and I thought he did a really good job here of turning the ball over and moving on to the next play. A mistake's made, move on to the next play, and he made a couple really good plays after that, and those are positive signs.
Coach, you had 22 offensive rebounds. I think Cam had 6, Drew had 5.
Well, and that's something that's been frustrating in practice. I've said it in my first 2 press conferences, I think, is that we have not been the rebounding team I thought we could be. And tonight, we were really active at both ends. I thought we did a great job on the glass. I thought that was a key probably to the outcome, and that's got to be a strength of ours. We're athletic. Our guards are good rebounding guards, and then obviously our 3 bigs do a really good job. So board plays a huge key, and tonight was much better than what I've been seeing in practice.
Kendall struggled a bit from the field, but perfect from the free throw line. Talk about how important that was for him to get to the line as much as he did.
Well, you saw, somebody that, he had some turnovers. I thought he got hit a couple times, but he had some turnovers I think he'd like to have back. But he gets to the line 10 times. He played, 25 minutes maybe, and gets the line 10 times, makes them all. He's hard to guard, and I thought he did a good job defensively too. So if that's his off night, that's a pretty good night's work.
What newcomer impressed you the most?
That's hard. Demetrius had a really good second half. He did a lot of good things in the second half. I thought Hugh was really just consistent, and he gives us a stable guard out there ahead of his years, I think, and I think his international experience helps us that way. Damo really guarded. Damo gives us some energy off the bench and really guards. Corey's supposed to be a shooter, and he shoots an air ball, and I don't think he can ever get a rebound, and he gets 5. So, I thought he did some good things too. So all of our new guys, I thought, and that's why exhibition games are good. You get I think I don't know what the attendance is, but I can't say enough about our crowd to be able to play an exhibition game in front of 12, 13,000. That doesn't happen across the country very often. If you go looking at the so-called BCS schools that are playing their exhibition games, check out their attendance. We are very blessed that we have the fan base that we have, and it really helps our guys. We got a lot of, our backcourt's all freshmen and sophomores other than Jamal and Phillip. So for these guys to get this kind of experience is really going to help them, and we got one more game on Saturday before we get to real play on next Friday. So I can't say enough about how much we appreciate the fans.
Maybe the loudest the arena got tonight was when Kendall and Drew both dove for the out-of-bounds ball. Talk about what that means.
Well, it's two things I haven't seen in practice. So, again, it's been baffling to me. I wanted to clap, too, because we've been harping on this in practice, and that's just who we got to be. We want to be more physical defensively. We want to be able to be disruptive defensively, and I think we were tonight. I think we got them out of a lot of things because of our defense, and then we get out and run. And when we get out and run, we're explosive. But we can't be careless when we run, and we had a little bit of carelessness in spurts. But I think we failed defensively maybe in 2 of our 10 4-minute games, and for our first time out, that's I got to be pretty pleased with that.
Coach, you got a lot of different combinations out there. You talked about that before the game. How did you guys feel about that?
Yeah, we got to look at tape. It's hard to view the 40-minute game and really see what combinations worked, and I probably didn't get to as many combinations as I would have liked to in this game. I like the flow of both groups, so it was hard to all of a sudden change the groups up, where Jamal and Hugh are playing together, or Kendall and Demetrius are playing together. We may not have had more than 2 or 3 minutes with that combination out there. So hopefully on Saturday we can mix that up a little bit and look at it. But I thought how the rotations went, it was pretty consistent. We were able to withstand runs that maybe they were trying to make.
As far as Jamal, there was a couple times where he would weave some defenders instead of maybe setting up the offense. Is that something that frustrates you, or do you like the aggression? You don't want him to shy away from it?
Frustrates. And I thought he played really well. Jamal gives us energy. Jamal gives us a personality that this team needs. And I thought he did a lot of good things. He shot the ball well. His defense started everything that we do. Having the ability to have a point guard that can pick up full court, 3/4 court, he did a lot of good things. I think when he tries to, as I tell him, be the Chris Paul and weave in and out of 4 defenders, that's when we get into a little bit of trouble. But that's why we have exhibition games. He'll see it on tape, and he's a smart player. I think he'll correct those.
The last one. No? Good? Perfect.
Okay, thank you.